Allocca Enterprises does a number of things. We do consulting, on-site, and public trainings. We do auditing, and we do written import and export procedures. One of the unique things about auditing, people tend to get real worried when you say the word audit. So I talk about it being a friendly audit. I don't report to customs, I don't report to the Bureau of Industry and Security. But what I do is I refer to that as a blueprint of a house. A lot of people say to me, Mike, we know we're not compliant. Why would we get an audit up front? Shouldn't we wait till after we're ready and prepared? Absolutely not. You know, I refer to it as, would you build a new home and then do a blueprint? No. An audit is just like a blueprint. So if you do that up front, you're able to prioritize what needs to be done first. And I think that that's the biggest problem that I see. Companies are looking at export and import compliance and saying, I don't know where to begin. And an audit is the right place to begin. And I think that's one of the advantages of being able to do a lot of the results yourself, but being able to prioritize it to what makes sense for your business. Another advantage of having written import and export procedures is the ability to see deficiencies in your supply chain. So we have redundancy that can be eliminated. You can easily spot areas, not just compliance, but areas that help your overall business as a competitive advantage to someone who doesn't have written import and export procedures. So as a company, you should be able to answer pretty quickly how the flow of imports and exports flow through your business, and it should be documented and in writing. It's really the difference between a good company and a great business. The growth of international trade is the heart of what I do. Whether you're importing or exporting, it affects my business. Basically, that's the business I'm in, is international. I don't really get involved in the domestic side of the U.S. market. But what I do affects every company within the U.S. What we're having right now is this international crisis. Businesses are switching from imports in their supply chain to exporting more. And my business has changed as well, where I emphasized more of the import training programs, and I had a lot of requests for that. Now I'm seeing a tremendous surge in growth on the export side of the business. Even as we struggle through the economic crisis we're in, I still see an upsurge in many manufacturers, and I think that's a good sign long-term for the U.S. The GBN Award is very humbling to me. This is actually one of my first awards, and I gauge it by the previous winners. I look at the continued success of the people who have accepted these awards tonight, as well as in the previous years, and I hope that I might be considered as part of that winning group. The GBN has meant everything to my business, and I'm not just saying that obviously because I'm getting an award tonight, but I'm honestly believe that I wouldn't be where I am today without the contacts I made from the GBN. I think anybody who's in the Capital District who's either thinking of or already involved in international business should be looking at this organization for ongoing training. And this is across the board, whether it be accounting, whether it be international, for networking, and then for the availability when you need somebody during a crisis. You can just pick up the phone and say, this is what I'm looking for. Who can I talk to locally that can help me?